Along to TweetStreet Scotland occupied, home of the satirical saltire. I'm Cinnamon Bridges, aka Peter. With me this evening for this special evening, it's our online Scottish Citizens Assembly. So, hello. I would just like, first of all, to thank everybody here tonight. So, to everybody that has joined us from every corner of the country to take part in this emergency online Scottish Citizens Assembly, I thank you. That includes those tuning in online from home. Hello and thank you and all. This is the first Citizens Assembly in quite some time, and the first online. Only fitting as Scots invented democracy, the internet and modesty. Aye, but what's that? I'll tell you about modesty later. Anyway, you're right to ask. In a nutshell, it's a gathering of ordinary people from all over the country, from all trades, occupations and professions that make up our population. What's missing is the politicians. Why the Citizens Assembly has been called since 2014's referendum. The spirited discussions, campaigning and action that made the country feel so positive and vibrant has faded away. We need to get those years back, to re-energise people, old hands, new recruits and new Scots from every corner of the world. To be blunt, we need to start again, to rekindle the flame that's still burning, to rebuild the bonfire under Westminster and Holyrood, to remind politicians of the fact that we, the Scottish people, are sovereign, and we aren't happy with how shite everything is, and we've had enough. Oh, we can't change things. It's all just a fix. Well, history, especially history ignored and belittled, has a bad habit of not going away quietly. And we've had a fuck ton of it. All the things that have been in the news recently about old treaties, acts of parliament and the like, aren't just Braveheart and Brigadoon. They're the living blood of our society, culture, laws and rights. They're our DNA. And they are there for the future. And they're forward-thinking, innovative, and that is why some people are scared of them. Scared, why? Because they draw on genius, not the mealy-mouthed platitudes of politicians, but the words of the 1320 Declaration of Arbroath, the 1689 Claim of Right, and both clearly say that if the leaders aren't doing what the people need, we don't need to vote them out, we can sack them. And these laws are still valid. Both our governments have been lacking in actions and visions to prevent the impacts of Brexit, the cost of living crisis and the war in Ukraine on ordinary people. Some might say it was a deliberate act to have things in such a way. Overall, rates of poverty in Scotland are increasing. The number of food banks is increasing. The number in fuel poverty and the energy capital of Europe is increasing. And that's why we're here. Because if our elected representatives aren't going to do anything, then we are. I would just like to ask Frankie Mary to make the first part of her address, please. And we're going to change the view to speaker view if you're here on in, folks, okay? So mics, if your mics, if you can have them switched off other than the speaker, please, at this point.
Okay, what I'm going to do is read the two most often quoted sentences from the Declaration of Arbroath. First of all, in the original Latin, which is not the classical Latin some of us learned at school, but late medieval Latin, so the pronunciation's a bit different. And then in the three languages of Scotland, in Scots, in Gaelic, and in English. I'm moderately bilingual in Scots and English. I'm a Gaelic learner, so be gentle with me, okay? Here we go, Latin first. Quam Deus centum ex nobis vivi remanserent, nunquam anglorum dominio aliquatenus volumus subjugari. Non enim propter gloriam divisias aut honores pugnamus, sed propter libertatem solo modo, quam nemo bonus nisi simul cum vita amitit. As long as Honoros is in life, in no way will we thole the suzerain to our gangas. In truth, it isn't for glory or wealth or honours that we fecht, but for freedom alone, that nae honest body gies up, but will life itself. Hatsavaris keo dunya akenbio, chaligshin chórsam bí, leis na sasanich smach go ghol orn. Go firineach. Chanaun son glor, no arrogant, no urum, a hashina sabich, ach son sursa. Son shinnavan, root nach leek dunje onerach shachet, ach li heen. As long as 100 of us remain alive, never will we on any conditions be subjected to the lordship of the English. It is in truth not for glory, nor riches, nor honors that we are fighting, but for freedom alone, which no honest person gives up, but with life itself.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you hear all of me?
We did,
Yes.
I could hear all of you. So Farah, I'm going to ask you to now if you could say your address, please.
Farah, are you able to give your address?
And I'm talking in Urdu, and I've got a message for freedom in Urdu on behalf of the Salvo.
Yeah. Look
Right.
down.
So this is a message for the freedom fighters in Urdu. Okay. जब तक हम में से 100 भी जिंदा रहेंगे, हमें किसी भी शर्त पर अंग्रेज़ों के मुतहद नहीं किया जाएगा। ये हकीकत में ना शान और शौकत के लिए है, ना दौलत और ना इज़्ज़त के लिए, बल्कि आज़ादी के लिए लड़ रहे हैं। इस अकेले के लिए जिसे कोई भी ईमानदार आदमी नहीं छोड़ता, लेकिन खुद ज़िंदगी के साथ। For freedom.
For freedom.
So your name is Farah.
Farah Hamid.
Oh, lovely. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Freedom for Scotland.
And we're here in Glasgow, by the way. So
Yes.
that was a beautiful message, and everybody's reading their messages all over the country.
If
So people
India
are doing
and
it daily.
Pakistan and Bangladesh could do it, so can Scotland.
Yay!
Okay, Peter's asked me to do the same 2 sentences in whatever European languages I can kind of stagger through. So I'm a learner in all of these languages, but this is the same 2 sentences in French, in Italian, in German, and then back in English again, just to round it off. Tant qu'une centaine d'entre nous sont restés en vie, jamais nous ne serons soumis à aucune condition de la seigneurie des Anglais. Car ce n'est pas pour la gloire, ni les richesses, ni les honneurs que nous combattons, mais seulement pour la liberté, qu'aucune personne honnête ne renonce qu'avec la vie elle-même. Finché un centinaio di noi rimane in vita, non saremo mai soggetti a nessuna condizione alla via degli inglesi, perché non è per la gloria e per le ricchezze né per gli onori che combattiamo, ma solo per la libertà, a cui nessuna persona onesta rinuncia se non con la vita stessa. Solange 100 von uns am Leben bleiben, niemals werden wir unter keinen Umständen der Herrschaft der Engländer unterworfen sein. Denn nicht um Ruhm, noch um Reichtum, noch um Ehren kämpfen wir, sondern nur um die Freiheit, die kein ehrlicher Mensch aufgibt, außer mit dem Leben selbst. As long as 100 of us remain alive, never will we on any conditions be subjected to the lordship of the English. It is in truth not for glory or riches nor honors that we are fighting, but for freedom alone, which no honest person gives up, but with life itself.
Thank you, Frankie. I'm just admitting people some of the sites around Scotland for the fires. So we've got Dave Llewellyn joining us now, along with others. So we've got...
Hello, how are you?
We've got the Indian Ninja joined us. I'm good, how are you? How are you? What?
I'm
It seems as if we've got.
remarkably good at the burning. And this tide here, that's almost as high as any different. So it's
there's a crowd there.
but at least we'll get warm when we come in. We're sorted.
Aye. Well, I'm going to go to the people that are currently in the assembly, Dave. So give us a chance to get set up. So if you put yourself on mute for a wee second, then I'll call you. Okay. Right. So to the people that are in the assembly and that have been here for Frankie Mary speaking and the opening address. If anybody wants to say anything at this opening point, please raise your hands on the electronic Zoom app. And I'll try and scour to make sure to see if there's any get raised hands. If anybody wants to say anything before we start going round the country, we'll be starting with Dave's Bonfire at 5, and then we'll be moving round the country one at a time from there. So everybody will get a chance to say where they are in the country if they're doing the burning, and a short message or a message that they want to put out. So I'm just chatting to folks online, to everybody that's joining us online. Hi very much. Hi folks, thanks very much for joining us. Right. We've got one hand, we've got Duncan. Oh, well, we've got two hands, right? So that's good. So we'll come to Duncan first of all. So Duncan, if you could unmute first of all.
Yep, I've done that.
And just whatever you feel that you want to say, then please.
Just to say thank you to Frankie for just highlighting how good and how important and how universal the Declaration is, and how it speaks to everyone, and it isn't just for us, it's pretty much for everyone, and hence the reason the Americans borrowed it. And I think we should continue and get in every language that's spoken in the country. So we need to get recordings from everyone we meet who speaks every language. And thank you for putting this together.
You're very welcome. Thanks very much, Duncan. I would also like to say thanks for because there's obviously things happen behind the scenes, and I didn't say half of the things at the start of that without the help of somebody. I'd kind of hinted at the things that I wanted to be putting across. So cheers to you. You just lifted your mug at the right time there. Thank you very much, because I'm not one of these ones that takes credit for other people. The words were absolutely amazing. I doctored a couple of them, but it was basically
no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Dave Llewellyn.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. So if you'd like to meet, hi everybody that's joining us in Fife at the beach there with Dave and the Ninja. Thank you very much for coming out in this cold evening.
It's no cold, I've been in paddling.
Right, so Dave, I'll let you say a few words before proceeding with the burning, and I'll then call out the places round about, each person round about the country that's want to say something and put their articles of union in the fire. We'll go for that.
Great. Well, I've only got 28% life in my battery, so we hit me quick.
Right, well, on you go then.
Right, okay. Basically, what a lot of this is about today is today's awareness that there's going to be a video released at 12 o'clock tomorrow on the Salvo YouTube channel. and basically it's going to completely open your eyes as to what's been going on in Westminster for the last 300 years. At the end of the day, we've got a king that's not a king, a parliament that's not a parliament, a bill that wasn't a bill. And the recording stopped. Okay, so I assume that I'm still on. So anyway, basically, that's going to be happening tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And now, oh, I just heard the Joker laughing. Oh, you go, ladies, right, like, do your stuff. Get in, burn the bastards. That's it. The treaty is. Burn the treaty.
Right, you getting yours ready at the back?
Humza? No, my kind of guy. I didn't see that. I was just holding the camera. I did not mention that name. Honestly, she tried to fly away there with a broomstick. Did you see that?
I heard the cackling.
You can get you on that one,
If you don't mind, aye, you can.
Is Wendy arrived yet? Is she still waiting?
Aye, Wendy is here. Aye, she's just about to go live. She's just about to.
Hello, Prissy.
Right. So if that's all the articles for your area, then now we'll move on to the next, Dave. So if I can ask you to go on mute again, please.
Yeah.
Here's buddy. The next place I'm going to go to is Luke up in Nairn. Luke, if you can unmute yourself and if you want to make an address, please feel free. We still got Luke. Aye, there he is.
Right, that's me off the mute. Yeah, so we're here to burn the Articles of Union, like, because I think, you know, people have to start, like, just not complying anymore and not consenting. You know, you basically have to have ongoing dissent and ongoing rebellion and just forgetting about the fucking, like, the whole structures and systems that basically enslave us.
Mm-hmm. Well, I couldn't find that fault with a single word that you said there. So please proceed to doing the burning of the articles if you're happy.
Right, are we ready to proceed? Here we go. So, got the fire. No. Articles of Union going in the fire, like.
Excellent.
We do not consent anymore, and we don't comply. Like, we'll be sovereign people of Scotland.
Absolutely. We'll just let that, just keep that on that as it embers away.
As it burns away there, like.
Yep. There we go. It's just smouldering away lovely. Over 300 years of torture.
Oh yeah. That's the logo. You are a wee pro.
Oh, I'm just thinking, you might have swallowed that. Don't let them put my fire out.
Oh, there we go. Here, right.
That's it.
That's it.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
Motherfucker, burn.
That was one of the ones that was didn't look as if it was going to catch. Oh, there we go. It's It's burning away lovely there. Look, thank you very much for organising, because I know that you were going to do the Nairn Beach if there was a need for it up there. However, there wasn't a big audience.
Didn't get enough people to warrant going out to the beach, so but just do it in the garden with a wee chimney. Like.
Quite right. Well, thank you very much. We're going to come now. We're going to speak to George. George.
Oh, how you doing?
Thanks very much for joining us. Right, now tell us, where are you joining us for?
Just south of Inverness, a wee place called Duffel, near Carbridge.
I'm going to ask you if you want to make a wee address and then proceed to burning your articles, because you've been at it for a wee while with that fire.
And I'll throw some petrol on it and get it going a bit. No, I've got a wee thing to burn anyway. I just think that, you know, that the signing of the Treaty of Union is probably the most despicable incident in Scottish history. It's absolutely shocking that these people could sell us doing this Swanee like that, you know. Nobody voted for it. In fact, the Westminster Part at the time were considering giving Scotland a vote, and then they discovered that if they did that, Scotland would have voted no anyway, you know. So I've got a wee thing here. Can you see that?
I can, yes, I can. That's lovely.
Just hang on a minute. And that is really where a Treaty of Union should be.
Aye. Whenever you're ready. Fantastic, George. Fantastic. We're going to be a wee while here. Aye. That light needed.
Yeah, that's it now. Yay!
There we go. Taking away lovely. George, thank you very much, and thank you for taking the time to download the app so that you could do this evening. It's much appreciated. I'm going to move to the next area of the country now. Thanks very much, George. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, Anita King, I'm going to come to you now. You're having a wee private gathering. You'll need to put your unmute first, Anita.
That better?
That's you now, aye, that's you now.
Right, well, there's 4 of us here in Kirkcaldy, and we're Cambridge and wee private party, and I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I'm just going to say, name your shite, use the claim of right. Here we go. They're burning.
You don't want the spirit in Scotland and no union. I don't understand. I don't understand. I suppose that's the thing. So,
It's just something people are doing all the way around Scotland.
who wrote it?
Right.
The
English. The English. There's 4 of them burning.
Farah, can you put yourself on mute, please? Thank you. Sorry, Anita. I don't
Sorry,
know if
that's
you're
4 of them burned.
Right.
And short and sweet, name your shite, use the claim of right.
Thank you very much, Anita. Right, we're going to come to the next area of the country that's burning. Craig Dempsey, are you burning?
Yeah.
Excellent, buddy.
Hi, Peter, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right. 80 years ago, 2 groups of Scottish patriots got together and formed the SNP. For 80 years, we've played by Westminster rules, and we're still under the thumb of a Westminster dictatorship that is denying the Scottish people their democracy. The time has come for the Scottish people to take back their democracy and take back their country. We won't do it playing by Westminster rules. We will do it playing by our rules, by international rules. So tonight, we defy Westminster. We are burning their false claim, and we are taking back our country for the people of Scotland. So Alba God breath. Thanks,
Thank
Peter.
you, Craig. Been brilliant, mate. On you go with your burning, mate. You've put yourself on mute again.
Aye, they're all burnt. I burnt them with Anita's.
Right, magic.
They're all done.
Magic. Right, I'm just trying to see who else we've got around the country. If I missed anybody that's still to be burning. If I missed anybody that's still to be doing a burn. Who have we got?
Me,
Farah.
I've got a fire going if I could burn because it's kind of getting very low.
Sorry, who was that?
Jan in Stonehouse.
Yeah, oh, Jan, yeah, we'll come to you first, Jan. On you go, pal. Sorry.
Okay. Right, well, I'm here on my own in my wee back garden with my wee tiny fire pit. Wait, and I'll show you. I think I'll try and puddle this round. No, did you see it? Anyway, this is a symbolic act, and I'm hoping that we are lighting the fires of rebellion across our country tonight. Here we go. Now I'm going to turn it round again. I hope. Come on, play with me iPad. There you go.
That's us.
There
that's
it
us.
is. Do you see it? Oh, it's burning bright. There you go.
Lovely.
Right, I'm going to mute again.
Thanks very much, Jan. Farah, we'll come to you now because you've still got a burn to do there.
Okay, here we go.
Right, we're doing one. We've nearly burnt.
No, there's not.
Oh, there's loads, but there's more.
Okay, wait, here we go.
Yay! Burn.
Thank you, Farah. And we're going to come to ourselves now here at TweetStreet, where we've got a wee private function going on in the garden. So I'm going to try and turn my camera on somehow. There's somebody want to speak to you, Pete. Oh, there's somebody want to join us here.
Don't burn the article. Keep me in the comfy slippers, please. Don't do it, folks. Don't burn it.
I don't know where they
classic.
Don't know where you came from. Right, in my garden this evening, I need to give thanks to my wife for getting the garden and getting everything ready as it is this evening. We've got our wee fire going. We've got Wendy. We've got Jim. All right. So, Jim, do you want to say anything? No. Wendy, do you want to say anything? Right. When you come then.
What I would like to say is my jammies are comfy as fuck and stick this union up your fucking arse. Ready, folks?
Oh, careful now, Wendy.
My jammies are flames.
Right.
Fuck
There we
you.
go. Right, Jim, whenever you're ready, I've got you here.
300 years too late, but never mind.
Never mind. Let's go to this, Oh, I've not had a drink by the way. I've got another ear problem. Just so end seen that stagger there. Aye, so I've only been here for nearly 47 of them, and they've been torturing on the 47 that I've been here. So for the 300 that and plus that we've been here, it's time to say goodbye, folks. It's time to be done something because nobody's doing it for us. Right, so say cheerio to your union. Oh, I'll not put your face on. And we've got one final one that's just going to drop a wee article in there.
freedom of speech is under attack. We need to sort it out.
Thank you.
I told he's not to do it, didn't I? He's done it.
Aye, carrots. See you later. Right, so with that, the modern technology, I'm going to try and change back into inside again. So if you bear with us a wee second, folk, while I try and do that. And we'll see if there's anybody wanting do that here. Put that like that.
Peter, we've got a special guest here tonight.
Aye, I'll come to you in a wee second. Give me a wee second, folks, just to get this set out. Switch.
I'll just say Scots for hay because I'm gonna have to. I would have to look up the alternative verses. I can't do it off the top of my head right now. So,
right,
Scots were hay and Wallace bled. Scots, when Bruce is often led, often to your glory bed, or to victory. Now's the day and now's the hour. See the front of battle hour. See approach Edward's power, chains and slavery. Well, be a traitor's knave. Well, fill a coward's grave. Well, say base, be a slave. Let him turn and flee. Why? For Scotland's rights and law, freedom swords that strongly draw. Freedom stand or freedom fall. Let him follow me. By oppressions, woes and pains, by our sons and servile chains, we are drain our dearest veins, but they shall be free. Lay proud usurpers low, tyrants fall in every flow, liberties in every blow. Let us do or die.
Thank you. Very good. Enjoyed that. Look, enjoyed that. Is there anybody else with their hands up before we go to Frankie Mary? Because I'm having a wee bit of a problem with technical issues where I'm not able to change back to the laptop. So the video that was going to be played at the end will just be getting posted online. It'll just be getting posted up as a video for you to watch. So Eileen Spence, we'll come to you because I see you sitting there and I know that you've not spoke yet.
Not quite knowing what to say, Peter. I've been watching everybody else's input. I can't say that I disagree with a word that they're saying. I've been watching Twitter the past few days. I have seen Imelda from the Church of the Holy High Heels. She's in absolute lockstep with Westminster, and she's broken one of her promises that she made in the manifesto that she wasn't going to go after the sick. And Mike Daly posted it on Twitter today that the sheriff's officers are going to be going after the sick and their carers. Right? And it's just way past time. We got away from this. Enough's enough. I am terrified that our elderly and our single people and the homeless and the uncared for are going to die this winter. And that should not be happening in a country as resource rich as Scotland is. And all of our resources should not be getting sucked down for the benefit of another country. They should be used in the people of Scotland. We need them. And dissolve the union, absolutely. I'm absolutely for it.
Thank you very much, Eileen. Thanks very much for joining us this evening. I appreciate you taking the time to join us this evening. Right, I'm going to quickly move on because I say I'm having a wee bit technical video at the end. Will not be getting played on this link. It will get played on the re-edit, folks. Is there anybody else want to say anything before we move on to Frankie Mary? Oh, we've got Keith. Keith, please. And then wire in whatever you've got to say.
Right. I was born a sovereign Scot and I'll die a sovereign Scot. I am not a straw man.
Thank you. Yes. I love it. So are you going to be careful now? Be careful, please. Thanks, Keith. Thank you. There we go. Who says us Scots are mad? Who says we're not mad enough to set a fire inside our own house? Who said it? I want to know who it was. Brilliant, Keith. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Thank you very much. And no smoke alarm or anything. Brilliant. I love it. No smoke alarm. Right, I'm going to quickly scoot through the screen. Keith, thank you very much, mate. That was class, buddy. And see if anybody else has got a hand up.
I actually nearly dropped a right bollock. I allowed myself to go to sleep about 10:30, and I didn't wake up till 11:45. So, you know, I apologise for that. But from what I've seen, it's been very enjoyable. I've got nothing sort of planned out to speak myself, except you know, I'm right behind this this what I think is a game changer, and I think it's got more chance than anything else as the way things stand. Only a proper intentional revolution from within the SNP can do any better than what we're doing. So you know, I'm in it for the right to the from now till whatever we achieve, and I'll be there with, but doing what I can.
Thanks very much, Frank. Thank you. Right, I'm going to, because time's marching on, and it was already a late start. So if there's nobody else got a hand up, which I'm scooting through the now, and it doesn't seem that anybody else has got their hand up to speak. So Farah, have you got?
Hi. Hearing things. What's your name? My name.
Hello.
Are you the police?
No, I'm
Hello.
just asking, do you want to?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you want to check on my name?
Sorry, we've got company today.
Aye, I gathered that. I'd let some sort of
actually joined in. It's quite good.
Good. Well, as long as they're getting enjoyment out of it, and get them to sign up for liberation.scot with Salvo.
Yeah, they hadn't heard about the claim of rights, so.
Oh well, there you go. That's another one reached. Excellent, Farah. Right, I'm going to ask you to mute for the moment, and then we'll go to Frankie Mary, who will give us, well, pretty much the closing address. So, Frankie, over to you.
Okay, just before I do that, Can I just put in a wee plug for those of you who look at Facebook or live on Facebook? Have a look for a page called Vulgar Vandals, which I've just set up. The Vulgar Vandals is a small theatre group that I'd like to try and get going, if possible. I take the Vulgar Vandals name comes from Ian Hamilton, from the guy, one of the four that stole, that did not steal, but returned the Stone of Destiny to Scotland. And in his book, he says that the Home Secretary called them vulgar vandals. And I thought, what a wonderful name. I'd be really proud to be a vulgar vandal, yeah. So if any of you are interested in performing, you don't have to have any experience at all. Because it's a Facebook page, I've made it kind of diplomatic. But if anybody doesn't get the message from the fact that there's saltires everywhere, this is political theatre, okay? I want people who are pro-independence. It doesn't matter if you've never performed in your life, that's my job. But if any of you are interested, please get in touch with me. Or if not, just kind of spread the word around, that would be nice. Vulgar Vandals, okay? Now, Peter asked me to finish off with, this is another sentence from the Declaration of Arbroath that often gets quoted. I've retranslated it because the language, the original English is a bit old-fashioned, the original English translation of the Latin, I mean. And I've changed one thing, because in the Declaration of Arbroath, they talk about the king. And I've changed that to the government. They talk about our king, but in those days, the king was the government. So I've changed that to our government. So if our government should give up on what they have begun and seek to make us or our country subject to the English government or the King of England, we should immediately work to get rid of them because they are undermining our legal rights and they are hostile to us. And we should choose another government which will defend us. Back to you, Peter.
Thank you very much, Frankie. Frankie, thank you for all of your input this evening.
Thanks for organising this.
The time that you've put aside to not only refamiliarise yourself with languages you haven't spoke for a while, but to add to those languages to try and help out. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I sincerely appreciate everything that you've contributed to TweetStreet with songs and ditties and listening time. So thank you for everything that you do. And everybody get in touch with Vulgar Vandals. I hope to be a part of that as well.
Oh, you're definitely a vulgar vandal.
Yeah, in more ways than one. Right, but that's for another night. What we'd like to do, as I say, because the technical issues stopped me from playing the video, I want to finish off the shot that we've got going here. If we can put that light out. Right, where am I? Turn the camera in. No, it's cool. I can do this. Right, so if you want to get in there, that would be great though.
In there.
And with the rest of this. So this is for TweetStreet, Scotland Occupied, Satirical Saltire, Cinnamon Bridges, aka Peter, and friends, where we put a wee event on for burning the Articles of Union, where we travelled the length and breadth of the country with the help of friends, old and new. We tried to speak in many different languages to reach many new friends, but the message was the same. Scotland should be free. It's up to us to make it that way.
over to you. Take your mic off and I'll ask, excuse me, just to speak whenever you're ready.
Okay, right.
Hi there.
You hear me?
Hi, can you hear you all right, buddy?
There's my oven, right? And I'm in Aberdeen, and I've got my paddle here with. Do you see this?
Yes, I love it.
Articles of Union here. And just give me a wee second. I'll just put on my glasses because it gets off a hot as fire. See it?
Aye.
Right. Well, you can tell what happened here.
Aye, I think I do. I can what's happened.
Right. So I stand before you as a representative of the Scottish people and to tell you that there's nothing democratic about the Treaty of Union. The Scottish people opposed it, and yes, it was foisted upon them by a corrupt bourgeoisie with the dishonest rogues and conspirators. The Scottish people didn't have a vote in 1707. Their parliament sold them out for personal gain. There was no mandate required in the appeal. The British Army would silence any dissent with the bayonet, the rifle, or the threat of the gallows, and those that survived were blacklisted or sent to their colonies. Our culture and economic prosperity has been subdued, stolen, and discredited. Well, no more lies. 315 years later, we are telling our modern elected representatives of Scotland that we want them to deal with the Treaty of Union. We condemn it to the flames of history.
Burn it.
See that?
Isn't that just a mighty fine sight? So we'll give a wee round of applause.
No more will Scots be held in poverty, denied access to the fruits of their labour and resources. No more will Scots be told they canna do things that help bring life to our communities. No more will Scotland be held to ransom by a corrupt Westminster system. No more will Scotland remain in fuel and food poverty while the rich get fat off our vast resources. I say to the elected representatives of Scotland, no more mandates. We dinna hate time on our side, do what's best for Scotland, deliver independence, do what you're elected to do, no more prevarications. You have it within you to make history or be condemned by it. Dinna dance to the Westminster fiddle. End the unfair Treaty of Union, deliver independence now, or we will replace you with people who will. Enough is enough. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you very much. You kind of scooted ahead of me a wee bit there, but that's nothing bad.
So for this evening, for everybody, thank you very much for joining. For everybody who joined us online, Soraba, Gravath, and I'm going to finish up there, and that'll end the live stream for this evening, folks. And I'll put the what do you call it, the edited version out as soon as it's available. Okay. So I'm just trying to finish up, and
Operation Red Meat with my carrots is what I like to eat. Operation Red Meat with my carrots and slippers on my feet. I'm down here at Westminster with the Tories, my learned friends. I treat fellow Scots like the Tories treat me, it drives them round the bend. 20 years of serving, I've no long achieved. If I can keep my pension, I'll be so relieved. I'm on the gravy train now, my meal's nearly complete. A few million half-baked totties that's you, and I'm ready to eat. Operation Red Meat with my carrots is what I like to eat. When I'm sat here in luxury with comfy slippers on my feet. There's no a Tory member that we like. It's like putting fucking square wheels on a bike. Just look at their last leader, he's sticking with a vile leader. These hopefuls carried his lies and cleaned up all his shite. Are you for Scottish Indie? Strange things are happening, just look and you will see. Tory Brexit is killing us, we're an active SNP. Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Strange things are happening, just look and you will see. Tory Brexit is killing us, we're an active SNP. Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Strange things are happening, just look and you will see. Tory Brexit is killing us, we're an active SNP. Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Strange things are happening, just look and you will see. Tory Brexit is killing us, we're an active SNP. Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Strange things are happening, just look and you will see. Tory Brexit is killing us, we're an active SNP. Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Strange things are happening, just look and you will see. Tory Brexit is killing us, we're an active SNP. Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie? Are you for Scottish Indie?
What will it take? 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 They're killing off our working folk. They don't care, all they do is gloat. And all we do is sit and sigh. What will it take? 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 They're stealing our land from us. We're told we mustn't make a fuss. So all we do is sit and sigh. What will it take? 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 Our politicians let us down. They're sooking up to king and crown. And all we do is sit and sigh. What will it take? What will it take? What will it take? What will it take?
Presiding officer,
What
in my
will
view,
it
choosing without good reason not to be vaccinated is deeply irresponsible. Getting vaccinated, on the other hand, is a civic duty, and it is the most precious gift we can give to others at this time.
Fuck your Westminster, we've got the claiming right. Fuck your Supreme Court, we've got the claiming right. Fuck your Boris Johnson, we've the claiming right. We're taking the your shite, we've got the claiming right. Fuck you Boris Johnson, we've the claiming right. Fuck you Westminster, we've got the claiming right. Fuck you Supreme Court, we've got the claiming right. Nicola, name your shite, use the fucking claiming right. Fuck you Westminster, we've got the claim of right. Fuck you Supreme Court, we've got the claim of right. Fuck you Boris Johnson, we've the claim of right. We're taking the your shite, we've got the claim of right. Fuck you Boris Johnson, we've the claim of right. Fuck you Westminster, we've got the claim of right. Fuck you Supreme Court, we've got the claim of right. Nicola, name your shite, use the fucking claim of right.